Hi, welcome to my short video on the BSA R10. I bought this R10 a couple of months ago. The gun is fantastic. It has had some bad press. It's the Mark 1. Whether I've been lucky or not, I don't know, but I've had absolutely no problems with this gun. It shoots beautifully. It's a pleasure to hold, and it's also one of the better looking guns on the market. This video is more about the paraphernalia that I've actually since purchased after the gun. So just very quickly, the shroud, for want of a better word, that was originally on the end of the muzzle, it looked great, but did pretty much nothing really to suppress any noise. So I bought, excuse my pronunciation, a Werak silencer, which is this here, for £45. That was brand new. As you can see, I've when you're in a hide, I've actually camoed the end of the gun, so this silencer and the end of the barrel there with this camo tape, which I paid about £5 or £6 for, which is effective. So that's the only bit that's really going to stick out of your hide. I also really just to blend in more than anything else, and you do get glare off the buddy bottle. Plus, it looks quite nice. Okay, so in no particular order, to look after the gun, I bought this Napier of London gun oil. It was £5. It's very good for treating the wood and the metal of the gun. If you get any residue on here, so say for example, the stickiness of this price label, stuff like that is easily removed by this product, so is dirt. Anything else that gets on this gun, this will remove it, and it's also really effective at looking after the wood. Don't use too much of it. I only ever really put this oil on the wood if I've been out and the wood's gotten wet. I'll just let that dry out naturally, and then just give it a rub down with the Napier oil. If your eyesight isn't that up to much, mine isn't, and I'm not very good at depth of vision, so I bought myself some a rangefinder. This is Hawk Optics. I paid £40 second hand. They're £120, something like that, new. These are effective up to 600 yards. They're extremely accurate. They're yards or meters, whatever is your preference, really. They're very good. I don't go anywhere without those. Pellet wise, I use the RWS Superdome. These are 0.94 of a gram. It's 500 pellets for £10. If you can't get those, the H&N Field Target Trophy are equally as good, £2 more than the RWS Superdomes. Now, I did actually buy these Air Arms pellets. These are heavier. They're 1.175 grams. But basically because I run out of the pellets and the shop didn't have any .22 caliber Superdomes or H&N, so I went for these slightly heavier ones. They're really good up to 25 yards. Obviously, being heavy, they pack more of a punch. Anything above that, I wouldn't recommend them. But they're, as I said, they're heavier, so they do pack more of a punch. Okay, in terms of the actual magazine, so I've got the 10-shot magazine, which actually come with the gun. I bought the gun second hand. I didn't buy it brand new. You can get the Mark 2 is now up there for I think £750, something like that. But then you don't get the scope or any other stuff, or like a silencer, etc. Blah blah blah. So I recommend that you pick yourself up a BSA R10 Mk1, and if you do have problems with it, you can get them blueprinted. Just Google that for £100, and what you'll get back is an exceptional gun. So I paid £500 for this. It included the scope, obviously didn't include the silencer, and I've had absolutely no problems with it. The gun's been spot on. They're all pleasant to shoot. Which leaves me really just to comment on the stand, which I paid about £50 for. Again, they vary in price and quality. There are some makes on eBay I've seen. This is the longer version. You can get the short stumpy ones for about 30 quid. These go up to about 40, 45 pounds. So I probably paid a little bit too much for that. The scope itself is a Hawk scope. It's absolutely fine. Come with a gun. It's not it's not going to set the world on fire, but considering that I only shoot up to 45 yards anyway, it does the job perfectly. So there we are. That's my BSA R10 and some of the paraphernalia that I've got to go with it. Thanks for looking. Cheers.